Good day, everybody. This is Michael Leveres from Alpha Insider, and I'm bringing you an expert in real estate, Olga Zakinova from Douglas Elliman. Olga, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for joining us. What we do here at Alpha Insider is we bring you different experts who are knowledgeable in their field, and we're educating the public for free on what you have to know in their fields. And Olga, welcome. You are our expert on real estate in Queens and Long Island.
Thank you. Thank you, Michael. It is my pleasure to join you here today.
Thank you. Can you tell us, please, what areas in Queens and Long Island do you cover as a real estate associate broker?
Well, my areas are pretty much all over Queens. We're not restricted in Queens at all. We go to any location, any spot, any part of Queens. Now, as far as Long Island, we are very, very concentrating at this point right now on Roslyn Heights area, because this is what actually drove my community. This is what actually drove my database into moving from Queens to Long Island, and Roslyn has become the next hotspot for Queens residents.
Okay, very good. Look, I know you work for a very prestigious firm, Douglas Elliman. They're known all over the country as the premier real estate brokerage, and you have a title there as an associate real estate broker. Can you tell us what that means?
Well, a licensed associate real estate broker can actually also operate on their own.
Okay.
Right? So what makes us different is that we have the license to have our own brokerage, but we choose to be under the umbrella of Douglas Elliman. Because the name is so powerful. We've been around over 100 years. It's such a beautiful, reputable company that continues to strive, continue to grow, continue to come in with all kinds of different wonderful incentives and tools for our clients. It just makes me excited to continue being with this company, and I definitely want to stay as an associate broker for many years to come. Because as you know, Michael, I had my own company. I was a broker owner. But unfortunately, with all the market conditions, and we're going to talk about it, everything changes on annual basis. So we need to stay super conservative how we would like to operate our team.
So it seems like when you're hiring you as a real estate broker, you're hiring the whole house, the whole Douglas Elliman. They're behind you with all their tools. Can you tell us what tools does Douglas Elliman have that you would not have were you to hire an individual broker?
Well, first of all, we have very wide global network. And that means that, Michael, right now, for example, if you have a piece of property that you would like to get sold anywhere in the world, it is very easily accessible for us to locate those top individuals, and they will be pretty much very similar characteristics and qualities like myself and my team. We screen and we monitor pretty much every single broker that we exchange and refer our clients to. And we're going to talk about our success stories on recent referrals. But I definitely feel that this is what many local brokers are lacking, that global reach, that global interactions, and the connection within really top individual brokers among the countries.
You know what, and Olga, I can attest that myself, because recently I asked you a question for my own purposes. I have a client in Staten Island that's looking to sell commercial real estate, and right away you were able to give me an expert from Douglas Elliman who does commercial real estate in Staten Island, and they'll be able to show this properties. So it does make sense to hire this huge network of agents and brokers to work for you.
Absolutely. So what makes us also different, Michael, I just want to highlight to our audience here, is that what makes us also different, that Olga and her team are not spread all over the place. We are staying very laser focused on the areas that we are the experts in and at. We are really servicing clients to our best skills and knowledge to the neighborhood. We want to be able to work with clients that are really going to be serviced the proper way. If you call me right now from Manhattan and you're somewhere on the West Side and you said, hey, you have a multi-million-dollar condo, I would like to sell it, the first thing Olga would do is get on the phone and locate one of my top best agents within Douglas Elliman, in Manhattan.
Yeah, perfect. That works. Olga, usually it's not polite to talk about ladies' age and so on. We're not going to go there. We're going to talk about experience because you have almost 20 years of experience in real estate.
Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit what started you on that path of being involved in real estate and helping people find homes and sell their homes?
Well, Michael, I'm going to tell you this. I usually don't talk about my personal story, and I think I should.
Yeah.
And as
I think you can inspire a lot of people.
Yes. As you're asking me these questions, I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm getting goosebumps. And the reason being why is because me and my husband, when we had our second child, and that relates to a lot of families and clients that we deal with, when they have children, their life changes forever. And when they're growing as a couple, and if they're growing as a team, they actually get to the point where they need more space. And that would pretty much started driving me personally. I was looking for a home. I was paying attention to what brokerage and who is their local broker that is really center focused on the area I was looking at. And I wanted to make friends and relationship and connections with those brokers because I knew the secret. Brokers know always before the property goes on the market. We know everybody's ins and outs. We are like a walking encyclopedia. We know everybody's business. We know everybody's stories. We keep it confidential, but we know up front before the property goes on the market. And this is what I think the public needs to understand and realize. Looking on Zillow, looking on Google, and all this great stuff will not give you the most up-to-date data and information on one given property.
Right. There's that human touch, human interaction.
Brokers are the ones that actually know upfront, even sometimes 6 months before or 1 year before, what someone's plans are, where they're moving to, why they're moving, are they retiring, the kids are getting married, the kids are moving out, if they're having a baby, different situations.
Yeah. Isn't it true that when you buy a house, when you help somebody buy a house, I bet you stay in touch with these people and you know what's going on in their family, their situation, so you're able to prevision and you know when to expect, what to expect when they're about to sell a house. This way your client can have the first dibs on it.
Well, when someone is selling a house, Michael, keep in mind that we don't only come in and put the sign outside, take a couple of pictures and roll the property on the market. With all due respect to all agents, I think anybody can do that. But what makes us different, and that's the true story, that's what makes us different, is that we have a whole team of professionals that could start from cleaning out the tax sale, the garage sale, the dumpsters.
Right.
You know, you decide to do it one large time and just bring a dumpster outside, we can take care of that. We have a huge network of professionals on speed dial. If you want to get a guy who's going to bring a truck and 5 professionals just going through the house and just throwing things out, then it comes into staging, then it comes into pictures, then it comes into floor plan. It's the whole operation. And the interesting part is that we don't charge extra for any of these services, right? So everything is pretty much negotiated into the whole picture of the transaction. But what my clients need to understand, and they know and understand, this is why we have so many great Google reviews, that we are one-stop shop.
And you hold the client's hand through the process from A to Z.
Yes, and
because look, it's a very nerve-wracking decision and experience. You pour so much money and your heart into a property. You want to be babysat through the process.
Well, we're managing, put it this way, we're managing the whole operation from beginning to the end. And remember one important thing, Michael, that I want to highlight and make it very clear. When people join forces with us, they don't pay us a penny up front. We don't get paid. Right. Every single morning we wake up and we don't know when the next deal is going to really close. We could predict that X, Y, and Z will close tomorrow, but it might end up so many challenges on the way that it might not close tomorrow.
You know what? That makes it a perfect compensation structure because you get paid only when the deal closes.
Yes.
So you are very motivated to make sure it comes to an end and all parties are happy, and one party sells the home, the other party gets the home. Which brings me to my next question. I see your eyes are burning. You have energy just pulsating through you. You're very excited about real estate. I think you're in love with real estate.
I love real estate. I'm going to tell you the truth. If anybody just gave me a gift and said, Here is the money, no limit. Go buy real estate. I will honestly tell you, Michael, I think I would probably buy unlimited amount of real estate because the history truly says very clearly, we will continue to go through all this history of inflation and recession and prices going up and, you know, all of these interesting things with rates hiking and going up and down. But from my experience, I know that's a fact. Real estate is the most important commodity that you could feel, touch, paint, remodel, do anything
and
you
actually
wish.
use. Actually use.
And then in the end of the day, when it's time for you to sell it, you invite professionals like us and we turn it into someone's dream that becomes their reality.
That's perfect. Look, I always love hearing from my professionals, from my experts, success stories, because look, you can talk about yourself the whole day, okay? But client testimony, when you actually have a success story to showcase, that's what seals the deal for me. Can you tell us in the last time period, what was your biggest success story that really made you very happy that you went through this transaction?
Well, Michael, remember the most important in my opinion, and successful people, in my opinion, people that have common sense and people that have wisdom. When we talk and deal with our clients, please understand that we come across a lot of different individuals. Some people that are regular average people that just beginning their life and process to grow. Some people are very high profile individuals. And those high profile individuals, they request and require one important thing. They like to keep it confidential. All right. We cannot talk about their names. We cannot make a big deal out of it. We have to keep it down low and it cannot go into public. We can probably say that we sold X, Y, and Z, but we cannot mention the names and the property address and the dollar amount that they spent. And we have tremendous respect for their wishes and desires because that's pretty much what professionals do. Recently, I had a story where I had a client, we sold their home in Queens. Then very shortly after that, they called me up and they had an apartment to sell in a building that also very highly desirable in Queens. Very shortly after that, they had more events in the family that transpired them to going on a little mini vacation to Florida. When I reached out to them just to follow up, they told me that they're just chilling in Florida and having a great time. And I asked them a question, so what's next? And they said, we're looking to potentially retire. We are looking to rent a place in Palm Beach. I said, okay, fine, wonderful. Do you have any connections? And they said, no. And I said, how about if I'm going to find you someone who is just like me and even probably better, that will not only hold your hand from beginning to the end, but will honestly tell you what is the right location, the right block, the right street, or the right neighborhood. And they got very excited about it. And the point is that that individual that I appointed to work with me in Florida, he had his day full of appointments. When I reached out to him, I said to him, look, I have really great clients of mine that are right now in Florida. I really need you to do me a huge favor. Clear up your day, meet with them, even if it's for a cup of coffee. But I need you to meet with them just to understand what they are looking for the next chapter of their life. Remember, the meeting is never about a sale. The meeting is never about the money. The meaning is always about understanding people's wants and needs and whys. Why are they doing a certain move in their life? And I think this is where we pretty much turned out this to be a very successful outcome in the end. Because he put everything aside. He met with them. They had a wonderful time together, the very first meeting. And he clearly understood what they were looking for and wanted. And remember, the first meeting, they said that they wanted to rent. But we all knew that this type of individuals, they usually don't waste money for rentals. They usually invest because they know that long-term, I'll repeat myself, real estate is not short-term gain. This is not stocks. This is not some cryptocurrency. This is not Bitcoin. Real estate is a long-term investment. You buy it.
One of the most important ones in your life.
You buy it, you use it, you enjoy it, you turn it into anything you would like it to be for yourself and your family. and then you are able to resell it for tremendous appreciation.
Sure.
So this is what happened with this family. They ended up looking at properties. They decided that they would rather, instead of renting, invest into purchasing.
Okay.
And now you and I both know that they had very successful outcome. And I'm
Excellent.
proud to say that they bought a pretty nice, significant piece of beautiful home in Florida.
I know you appreciate client confidentiality, but you can tell us approximately what was the price of the property in Florida?
12 million.
Nice. Beautiful. That's a big investment, and they went with the right team. But you also sold for them their property in Queens.
Yes. Well, this is how I figured successful game is played. Michael, you've been, playing all kinds of different games that are successful games, and
right.
It's
if
just,
you're in business, you are in the play.
Always, exactly. So it's very, very interesting how real estate works. When agents understand how the game works, I call it the game because for me, I look at it as a passionate game of real estate. Like,
and it has a strategy.
Yes, absolutely. When my children get bored on Fridays and they have company over, they always play Monopoly. And they always tell me, hey, Mom, let's go play Monopoly because we feel like you're going to win all of us.
You play every day Monopoly.
I play Monopoly every day with my clients, and it's pretty much very interesting how it works. Sure. So I think the consistency in the relationship to understand what their next chapter in life is. Look, if I want to call these people to ask what they were up to and they didn't reveal to me that they were just looking to buy or do something in Florida, I probably would never know. But because we are constantly staying consistent in contact with our clients, this what really makes us move them around and help them really transition from one location to another. Right. And also keep in mind that a lot of those clients own multiple properties. So if you're smart enough and you're bright enough, a lot of times people don't reveal to you what they actually own. It could be a family member, it could be brother, sister, uncles, grandparents that own property in Queens. I end up selling the property in Queens, then they want to invest in Long Island. Then they want to move from Long Island, go to Florida. Well, this is how the idea was born, from transitioning. Right.
It's all transitioning. And like you said, it's making sure the process is smooth, because when you sell property, for example, that's income producing, you may have to do a 1031 exchange, and we're going to get in separately into what is a 1031 exchange and how it works. And you only have a limited amount of time to find another property. This is where your team comes in to make sure everything is done smoothly without delay.
Yes.
If I may, you talked about confidentiality. That's very important for a client. I just remember recently there was a story in New York Post about somebody buying a expensive piece of property in Manhattan. I think it was a condo, and it was front page in New York Post. It mentioned the name, mentioned the price, and a lot of negative information also came out. I think sometimes it's important to be a little bit modest and humble, and not to showcase to the whole world what you bought, where, and for how much, because people get jealous, creates interest in the press. So sometimes you gotta be careful what you put out there. So we definitely appreciate the confidentiality aspect of what you're doing, because you do deal with ordinary people, but you also deal with a lot of high net worth individuals who really value their privacy.
Yes.
Olga, this was fascinating. I think this was a great way to introduce you to our audience. And I'm looking forward to spending more sessions with you, because you as an expert, we want to pick your brain. We want to educate the public. There are so many things that are involved in buying a home that's behind the scenes: legal aspects, financial, accounting, tax, title issues, insurance issues. Okay, we're going to get into all of it, but not all at once. One by one, we're going to go into frequently asked questions about buying or selling real estate in Queens and Long Island. So you bet we're going to bring you back for more and more sessions. So we appreciate your time. Everybody, thank you for watching. If you have any specific questions about buying or selling home, Queens, Long Island, or in general, anywhere in New York, don't be shy. Put your comments on the bottom of the post. You can reach out to Olga directly. We're going to have Olga's phone number and website on the bottom of the screen. And Olga is going to respond at her earliest convenience. Everybody, thank you very much. Olga, everybody, have a great day. Thank you.